Ladies and gentlemen, this is Lions Den with another news and commentary. Um, I'm doing an update of the situation that happened in Memphis around 3 days ago, when reports that it was a 15-year-old boy was shot and killed by police, really by a U.S. Marshal, but it turns out it was a 24-year-old suspect they was looking for, um, and basically his name is 20-year-old Brandon Weber. Um, but this going to get worse because now there's been rumors. Because remember that Brandon Weber is found out that he's a member of the GDs, so which stands for the Gangsters Disciples, which is a Chicago-oriented gang that reaches nationwide. They have chapters nationwide, and so it's getting ugly, folks. And this article comes from WLBT, which is in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. And it says that the Mississippi Department of Public Safety released a bulletin to law enforcement on Thursday evening warning of a threat against all law enforcement by the Gangsters Disciples street gang. 20-year-old Brandon Weber was shot by U.S. Marshals in Memphis after ramming their vehicles with several times and then stepping out of the car he had stolen with a weapon, officials said Thursday morning. This kicked off violent protests in which the crowd threw rocks, bottles, and chunks of cement at police on the scene, injuring dozens of officers and two journalists. According to the DPS, Weber's father made the threat against law enforcement Wednesday night, calling for retaliation for the death of his son. The threats are considered to be against all law enforcement, but especially the marshals. Information from informants to the DPS and to the Mississippi Association of Gang Investigators indicate that the gang has threatened to kill a marshal to even the score. We received credible intelligence that a threat had been issued on law enforcement pursuant to the events that occurred in the city of Memphis last evening, said DPS Commissioner Marshall Fisher. I felt it was necessary to get that information out to law enforcement. Authorities say law enforcement... Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Authorities say law enforcement officers need to be on high alert when they are in public, and all marshals are told to cover their agency apparel when they are out. We currently have an environment nationwide where it seems that law enforcement officers are increasingly under the threat of violence, Fisher said. It's incumbent upon us to get information out as soon as possible. Weber posted a Facebook Live in the hours before his death. The now deleted video was about 8 minutes long and shown the 20-year-old singing in his car, smoking and driving. At one point, Weber sees a Memphis police cruiser, said they had to catch him and said he'd do them. And it continued, said, I ain't lying, I'm going to do their ass so bad, Weber said in the video. The Gangsters Disciples, one of the most three largest street gangs in Mississippi, according to the latest gang study by the Fusion Center, were also involved with a threat on law enforcement in 2015 with the 74 Hoover Crips. This happened just after Hattiesburg police officers LaQuarrie Tate and Benjamin Dean were killed, and Marvin Banks were captured and charged with 2 counts of capital murder in their deaths. And that's the end of the article. So now the law enforcement officers across this country are on high alert because of what happened to Brandon Weber. And Brandon Weber was a member of the GDs, which one of the most dangerous gangs in America. And like I said, it came from, the GDs came from Chicago, with a Chicago-oriented gang. And so the truth of the matter is, ladies and gentlemen, is that the police is now on high alert under a big dangerous threat. And I'm telling you, these guys are no joke. And the thing of it is, it would make it even sadder make it even sad, excuse me, is that the police, whoever's a police officer, has to hide their badge, or hide their symbols, or hide their Blue Lives Matter to protect themselves. So this story is really, really basically worrisome to police officers, law enforcement officers everywhere, because there's GDs across the country, across America. It's not just Chicago, it's not just Memphis, it's not just Mississippi, it's everywhere. So ladies and gentlemen, tell me what you think about this. Like, click, subscribe, and remember to click the notification bell for all the news and commentary. With that being said, this is Lions Den signing off. Deuces.